There's a misguided notion in society that somehow modern medicine is science, and therefore nothing legitimate could exist outside the medical system. Case in point, this meme says, "So you think thousands of pharmaceutical workers are willingly being quiet about cures for terrible diseases? If you think people are so easily bribed to be quiet while others, including their families, suffer and die, maybe that's saying more about your own ethics than it is about theirs." Oh boy. So the idea there is that no large group of people could all be lying and let their own family members die. All right, fair enough. But where this train of thought goes off the rails is assuming that somehow people in the medical pharmaceutical community get all the information. They don't have all the information because they exist in a rigged system that only gives them the information the system wants them to get. So how do you rig the system? Well, first of all, you limit what can be done to only that which makes money for you, the ones in power. Never mind if there's a better solution. We don't want to hear about that. Now, did you know the FDA approval process for new treatment methods is 10 years and $30 million, according to one researcher, to get something all the way through clinical trials and to market? Well, that pretty much limits the playing field to only those with $30 million, and the only way to get that money back is to get a patent. And ready for this? There's no way to get a patent on natural products. And since there's no patent, there's no way to make that kind of $30 million money. Case in point, IV vitamin C and B17 have proven to be potent cancer killers. But since there's no way to make money off them, they will never make it to clinical trials. So to sum up, here's the 4 steps to a rigged medical system. Step 1, test only drugs for use on disease. Don't test natural products. Why would you do that? It just gets in the way of all the money to be made on drugs. Disregard all studies and anecdotal evidence to the curing of cancer, heart disease, and diabetes through natural means. Step 2, put a media ban on natural treatment. So make sure newspapers, news outlets know that their ad revenue will dry up if they promote any other way of thinking. Step 3, limit insurance coverage only to the system. Do not allow insurance to cover natural treatment, even if the patient wants it. God forbid the patient should choose something non-toxic as a treatment method when all these great harmful toxic solutions exist. Step 4, threaten every doctor to conform or be put out to pasture. You either follow what we tell you to do or lose your license and never work in the profession again. You see, for somebody in the medical profession, the only information that they accept as fact is information that comes through a peer-reviewed, double-blind clinical trial system. Everything else is disregarded. So back to the meme. Are there life-saving solutions for cancer and other diseases that aren't allowed in the system? You bet there are. And no one has to bribe you to keep it a secret because the system won't let you see the research. Now, we could go about getting change the traditional way, with lawsuits, pitchforks in the streets, a lot of angry words. But since evidence speaks for itself and natural treatments for cancer are so much more effective than traditional methods, I think this is the kind of thing that all we need to do is help the awareness grow so that people can evolve. Now that may seem naive, but look at what happened with the legalization of gay marriage and cannabis use. They started as grassroots movements that grew state by state until the federal government had to acknowledge their legitimacy. Doctors, we need you to push back and expand the boundaries of what you're allowed to do. Lawmakers, we need you to fight for our freedom to choose how we treat our bodies. And drug companies, we need you. Just stop limiting us to only one way of doing things. I hope everybody in and out of the medical system gets to see Cancer Can Be Killed on Amazon Prime videos. I hope you begin to question everything you've been taught, because there's a way out of this madness. There is a way out.